In this video, we will discuss about security profiles. Security profile are basically additional security checks which has to be performed on the allow traffic. So you can only attach this security profile on the allow traffic and not to use for the security policy which deny rule. So if you deny the traffic, then no need to attach this security profile on that rule because no further processing is needed. You need this security profile which is additional check. We already discussed about security policies. Security policies, what security policies do? Is check from top to bottom and left to right, which we discuss. And it is to allow or deny the traffic. Suppose if I go to LAN to internet security policy. So if the source is LAN, destination is this one, application is this one, URL category is this one, take a action to allow. That's it. So if these things are matched, it will allow the traffic. But if there is a viruses, there is spyware, there is any vulnerability, it will never check. Because we never attach and neither is the role of security policy. This is the role of security profiles. And we need to attach that security profile under here. When you click here, so profile type, we have antivirus to check for antivirus. When the traffic passing to the firewall, okay. Antivirus, we have vulnerability protection, anti-spyware, URL filtering, file blocking, data filtering, and wildfire analysis to investigate this allowed traffic for further investigation. If you go to airport, so it will check the basic stuff, but further it will scan you for more vulnerability, for more viruses and all those. So same thing this firewall will do, and we call them security profile. So these are, and you can attach security profile. We have a default one if you want to attach, and then we have vulnerability as well, the default one, and we have anti-spyware, the default one suppose, and file blocking, and then here and click OK. So when you click OK, so you're gonna find under the profile, you see this is the antivirus, this is anti-spyware, and here is vulnerability. It will show you the icon like this here under the profile, and you will see none because we never attach to these. So you will find these are the security profile which do additional check, additional investigation. And security profile scan packet for threat, vulnerability, viruses and spyware. Also it scan the packet for malicious URL and exploitation software, and also check for the traffic for suspicious file, and to analyze the traffic for viruses, spyware, content, etc. And they will generate the logs as well for you, and that log you can see them and monitor. We have here threads. We have for URL we have a special one. For wildfire, we have a special one. Similarly, for data, thread is for all three, which we will discuss here. So this is a security profile for further investigation. So we have vulnerability protection, URL filtering, anti-spyware, antivirus, file blocking, data filtering, wildfire analysis, and also we can make group of these, which we call them security profile group. And how it works? So if we have a contents, when it's reached to security policy, these are the security policies which we have. Okay. The first thing it will check that it is blocked. Then we don't need any further investigation because I told you, you need no need to attach this security profile on the blocked traffic, which will never go further. If it is allowed, then it's okay. Then it will check for viruses, spyware, exploit, malicious URL, sensitive data, and the action you can take as per the security profile. It can be allowed, it can be blocked, ask user permission on to generate the logs. So these are the action which you can set. Every profile has their own action, which we will discuss. So you get the idea how the security profile work. Now there are 7 type of security profile that you can configure on Palo Alto Firewall next generation. And each security policy rule can be configured with one, many, or all security profile. It's up to you. You want to configure how many. So here I configure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I left these 2 or 3. You can go to DMZ to internet and as per which requirement you have, so you can attach that profile. Suppose I just want only the antivirus one and click OK. So when you go here, so you will see only antivirus profile. So you can attach one or more than one and you can combine them to make a security profile group as well. Now, out of these 7 type of security profile, these are the 7 security profile. If I go to object and come here, so we have security profile. Here is, so antivirus 1, anti-spyware 2, vulnerability protection 3, URL filtering, file blocking, wildfire, data filtering. So we have 7 type of security profile. And the security profile, out of these 7, 3 of the security profile require every time to update their signatures with the current new thread which introduce each day. And you can do that when you go to a device and when you go to here dynamic updates, so here you will find the update version for each one. So the latest signature you can find them here for 3 of them, and those are antivirus, anti-spyware, and vulnerability protection. These 3 every time require updated signature database: antivirus, anti-spyware, and vulnerability. So when you go to object, and there you will find these 3. Now those 7 type are anti-spyware, which detects spyware download and traffic from already installed spyware. So it will detect those things. Vulnerability protection, so it will detect attempt to exploit known software vulnerability. If there is any weaknesses in the software, so it will protect from those things. URL filtering, so classify and control web browsing based on the contents, based on the URL and domain. Then we have file blocking, to track and block file upload or download. Whatever the file which you stop them to download or upload, maybe PDF, maybe XZ, MSI, you want nobody download or upload those files, then you can use file blocking. Data filtering, to identify and block transfer of specific data pattern which found in the network, maybe credit card detail, passport detail, whatever you can set for data filtering. And finally we have wildfire analysis, which forward unknown file to the wildfire services for further investigation. So maybe which is not matched by these signatures, and there is you find that this file is something, so then you can transfer that file to wildfire analysis for further investigation, for malware analysis. And when you attach them, so I show you, when you attach it will show you like these. So we have antivirus, anti-spyware, vulnerability, URL, file blocking, data filtering, wildfire, and finally we can attach security profile group. Basically, security profile group can be include one or more security profile. So rather than here, if you go to object and when you go to security profile group, so you can create a group. Suppose combination of antivirus and anti-spyware. Okay, and give them a name group. Anti-virus or whatever, anti group. Anything you want to give them. Now I enable only 2, antivirus and anti-spyware. Now I can attach this to the policy as well. Rather than to attach one by one, so I can go to action, and rather than the one by one attach this, you can choose the group, and under the group you can choose NT group. So this is another way to combine multiple security profile and make them a group. This is why we call them security profile group. Maybe every security policy require different profile. So you can create different security profile group, okay? And then you can attach them. Similarly, just I show you like antivirus and anti-spyware. You create a separate security profile for that. For vulnerability, URL filtering and wildfire, you create a different security profile group, and then you can attach. Now this security profile, in other word, we call them content ID, because this is the main goal of Palo Alto Firewall. If you remember in the first lecture we discussed, Palo Alto Firewall is the next generation firewall which provide content ID, user ID, app ID, and deep packet inspection. So one of them is content ID. Content, we know the content which we are sending and receiving, the data, the traffic, whatever you call them. ID means identification. So content ID is a technology combine a real-time advanced threat prevention engine. So Palo Alto Firewall has their own engine for content ID. And this content ID technology used to inspect and control content which traveling to the firewall, which going through or coming through firewall. So they will use content ID, which we call them security profile as well. This antivirus, vulnerability, virus, spyware, web filtering, data filtering, all these are called content ID and other words. And this content ID block unauthorized file, data transfer, and control web surfing. Because there are many, we discussed 7 security profile, and those security profile are called content ID, which we can use for different purpose. We can block and we can control the contents using those security profile. We can use the URL filtering security profile so that we can filter the domain and URL as well. An action on this rule need to be allowed before it can process the content check, which we already discussed. You can attach only these content ID when your traffic is allowed. So this is data, we have thread and URL, and these are the content ID. So when the data traveling to the firewall, it will check it if you attach, because we already attach here. If you have attached this content ID, which is here to this policy, what they will do, they will check them for data, thread and URL. Okay, and as per the policy, they will allow them or deny. Okay, so suppose if I try any antivirus from here, antivirus website, sorry, and trying to access, so because the LAN to WAN policy, there is antivirus profile attached, so it will block their traffic. And we already enable interception. So the firewall can do further investigation, deep packet inspection inside, and they can allow and deny the traffic. So we have a contents, this is our firewall, and we have viruses, spyware, malicious URL, restricted file and data, software vulnerability exploit. So many things are outside. If you attach the firewall on the edge, just an example, it can be anywhere. So when you try to go any website or anything like that, and you have attached this content ID, so it will block those things. It can be data, it can be files, it can be URL, and it can be any URL which has viruses, spyware, or even vulnerability as well. So this is called content ID, and other word we call them security profile. So I hope so you understand what is security profile or what is content ID and Palo Alto Firewall.